What is up, guys? It's Ross here, playing Mario Kart Double Dash and doing the Star Cup today. Looks like we're doing Sherbet Land. I decided to do something just a little bit different today. Instead of recording the audio while I was playing the game, I decided to record the audio, like my mic audio that is, post-game. One reason being my microphone hates me and I can never seem to get it to balance to where you can hear both. I don't know if that's just a me issue or if it's just OBS Studio having troubles or what. But yeah, how's your summer going? Mine's been a little, well, like I said in a community post, my mom, well, we're not sure if it's her breast cancer that came back or if it's something else, but she recently got diagnosed with cancer again. She originally had it in 2019, but we thought she beat it, but we don't entirely know what's going on. She's had some tests, and we'll be getting the results soon. Yeah. It's all kind of scary, but I try to trust in God the entire time. He's definitely worth trusting. He's never let me down, and he got us through last time, so I know he'll get us through this time. One quote I always liked from Yoda, and I always found it to be very true in my own life, is fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering. Anytime I've been fearful, I end up getting angry because I'm so scared that I end up lashing out at people, and end up having hate in my heart, and that's not good. It does lead to suffering. It not only affects your mental health, it affects your physical health, and that's not something you want. But God has been the only way I've been able to get through these tough times. I love Sherbet Land. It's always had just the very calm, pretty music. Well, maybe not calm, but cheerful. It's a better word for it. Yeah. This is a nice cityscape as well. It's fun. It's one they've never brought back, actually. They've brought back a lot of Double Dash racetracks. I mean, like, they've brought back Waluigi's Circuit. No, not Waluigi's. Waluigi's Stadium. Several times. But they've never brought back this one. Well, maybe in Mario Kart 9 on the Switch too. Whatever they're gonna call it. Yeah. I don't play Mario Kart as much as I used to. I should really get back into playing it. Of course, when each Mario Kart has slightly different controls, it makes it difficult to remember. But that's okay. It's always a fun series to go back to. Even if you are having to avoid explosions. One thing that's good though is my dog's starting to behave a little bit better. He's growling and barking less at people. I mean, he still definitely does it. He thinks he's protecting us, that's why. It definitely gets in a lot of my recordings though. But that's okay. He's just trying to keep us safe. Which I appreciate. He's a beautiful dog too. Yeah. It's funny, when it comes to animals, we can say beautiful or handsome for male animals, but when it comes to people, we just say handsome for dudes. I don't know. Just a weird thing that popped up in my head. Yeah. I have a lot of shower thoughts, as people call them. things that most people don't usually think about, because, I don't know, I'm different that way, I guess. Not necessarily a bad thing. Being different is good. It'd be a pretty boring world if we were all the same. You know, I mean, like, take for example the whole Paper Mario debate. People complained about the newer Paper Marios because everyone was the same. It's just a bunch of blank toads. I mean, they had personality differences, I guess, sort of. But what people wanted was variety, and same goes for real life. It's better to have variety in people than everyone have the same ideas and likes and dislikes. I mean, it's good to find, don't get me wrong, it's very good to find people of common interest and people who have the same values you do and beliefs you do. But it's also good to have a variety in those people. Funny thing is I've actually been playing this on, I've been using a new GameCube controller. I found one at a thrift store that's technically meant for the Switch, like if you have an adapter, and I was able to hook it up to my GameCube. I miss the fake item blocks. Those were fun. And the Piranha Plants barking. That was also fun. They were like dogs. Yeah. And if you're a new YouTuber, granted I don't get a whole lot of views, but I've been at this for a little over a year, and one thing for sure is it's hard to figure out what to say. I don't know. I've never been good with words, so if you're ever struggling with that on your own channel, don't worry about it. It'll eventually come to you. I know it will for me one day. I'll actually have something to talk about. Each person has their own style of YouTube. I mean, like, Zach Scott Games is different from Vic Beyond. Even like really popular YouTubers like Mr. Beast has a completely different style than gosh, I don't know how a lot of popular channels. I usually just stick to gaming channels or things like that. Ah, here's another one that's popular. Daniel Abel, he's got fun comedy skits. Highly recommend checking him out. He does a lot of visual gags more than verbal. I think he said he takes inspiration from like the Three Stooges and Jim Carrey. He's fun. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while. I've been very busy taking care of my mom, making sure she's okay, helping her out. Yeah. Oh, we got one more course. DK Mountain. That's always a fun one. They brought it back for like 2 Mario Karts, yeah. On the Wii and on the Switch. It's my sister's favorite Mario Kart course, or at least one of them. Definitely her favorite from Double Dash. My nephew's actually first introduction to video games was on the GameCube because it was originally my brother's, and um, he eventually took it with him to his house, and that's what my nephew started with, and eventually my brother decided to get him a Switch, and so he's like, we don't need this anymore. And so I bought the GameCube along with the controllers and games and cartridges, and it's nice because not only did that save me a lot of money with his kind gesture of selling me his GameCube, it was the one that I grew up with, so I had all on one of the cartridges all my old saves, and they were still there. They didn't delete them, and it felt like an old friend coming back. I know it sounds kind of weird because it's a game console, but when it's something that you played basically every day, well, maybe not every day. For a while there, I was only allowed to play for a little bit on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but after that, it was every day. I would play GameCube games and Wii games, and when it was gone for a while, ooh, a star. When it was gone for a while, it felt kind of sad to me. Like a part of my childhood just disappeared. And I was able to get that back because of my kind brother. He didn't just sell it to some stranger for 500 bucks. I actually got a really good deal on it. Especially considering games like Thousand Year Door, or if you want an original copy from the GameCube, it's anywhere between, like, I think the cheapest I saw was like 80 bucks. Maybe it was more than that. And that was just the disc on eBay, where you don't know if it's gonna work or not. Yeah, and I almost never see GameCube games in thrift stores now. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little bit different than what I'm usually doing, and I am not posting as often as I'd like to. I'd really like to get a few videos out per week, but life kind of has just gotten in the way of that. But I'll try to post more. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.